So these are some ideas that I put together on a recent blog on modernsoccercoach.com on Diego Simeone and his training methods. You split them into 4 different areas. The first is a transitional exercise, and this one is a little bit different than just traditional session design where it's a 2v1 or a 1v2, however you want to look at it, 2v1 defensively or a 1v2. Diagonal pass is played by the blue player to the red player, and then the second defender is recovering behind the ball. So a little bit different. Sometimes you see this set up in a 2v1. What's different here in a 1v2 is that it allows the first defender to apply aggressive pressure, knowing that they're going to get cover eventually, and that player, second defender, can come underneath. So works on support angles, it works on defending forward, closing down space, aggression. And you can see the exercise that the players approach it with intensity, and that recovery run is really, really important. And we can see that when we watch Atletico play, how quickly they get behind the ball, their attitude towards defensive transitioning. So sometimes in 1v1, 2v1 defending, you have defenders backing up, and these exercises here you can see they're not backing up, they're going to the ball because they know that the urgency of the recovering defender is going to help them. Next exercise is a positional one, where more specific, and you see this with some Diego Simeone work that's shared on YouTube. You can see how specific he is and how detailed he is for each position. So this one here is a defending one, again similar to the clip before about defending, coming forward and being aggressive with your position. And this is basically you're working one player at a time. The first defender that comes out is trying to screen or intercept in the bottom goals, and then to trying to get above the blue cone and screen, and then the next one is get above the red cone and screen the central goal. So this works on positioning, again, urgency in the defending, footwork, detail, again reading cues, just where the ball's going. So it's 2 balls one side and then 1 ball the other, and the next defender goes. Again, just speed of play, defending, facing forward and stepping forward. Small detail but an important one. You can see with the demonstration here, the goals are pretty close apart, but the service is quick, it's intense. Short reps for everyone. There's a little bit of plyometrics before it as well, so footwork is very, very important. The coaches are also given information which looks like it's body shape to intercepting. The next exercise is a possession exercise. It's a pretty common one, just in terms, again, traditional setup, but there is a twist and a little bit of detail that I think is really interesting. So starts as almost a football exercise with a defensive shifting, and the players are restricted to their own zones, and then they're moving across. But what's different in this is that Simeone's designed it that there's mini goals on each end line, and there's attacking players in the central channels. So you're trying to restrict the pass centrally, and then if the pass does get in centrally, the defenders can then collapse on the ball, which again from that transitional exercise just adds that pressure and intensity. The ball moves quick in order to open up the spaces, and then if they are played in, the defenders can collapse. So it's positional, but it's also a little bit transitional as well. The intensity on both sides of the ball, defensively, again the detail you can see the defender stepping forwards, something we've seen in the other two exercises. And then the detail of screening different angles and then collapsing if the press is beaten. And then the last exercise is a defensive one, and I thought this was really, really interesting. Again, not traditional. Sometimes when we work on pressing or we work on defending a low block, the session is designed specifically around that there. This one is designed around 3 areas: pressing, defending in wide zones, and then also defending in a low block. So the yellow boxes are where the defenders are going to work. Looks like he starts with 8 defensive players who are fullbacks, centre backs, and his forward players. So the session's designed that it starts as a press. So it's a 4v3 in the Blues with the goalkeeper, and they're just trying to circulate the possession. The Reds are trying to press 4v3. If you win the ball, you can counter on the goal. So there's looks like about 25 seconds of work doing that. And then there's a recovery. And when the recovery then is over, the ball's played into a wide channel. And it's the same principle. The blue team trying to circulate possession in the area and find the higher goals, whereas the red team are pressing and then trying to find the inside goal. Then it becomes defending a low block, and it's defending a cross, and then defending a ball played into feet, and then finishing back over in the wide channel. So 4 sets, looks to be about 25-30 seconds per set, and the same on the recovery. This is it in action. You can see here, that's the pressing exercise. High press from Pinks against Blue, who are trying to circulate it with the goalkeeper. When the time is over, which it is now, they recover into the wide channel, and now they're working again. So again, Blue trying to circulate a different type of ball then in the air. Again, you can see the intensity, defending higher up the pitch. And if Pink win the ball, they're trying to counter on the goals. Short set, so that one's over. And then now they're going to defend a cross. Which they do. And the second ball's played in defeat. And it's just different service here. It looks, again, to be similar with the themes of no turns, aggressive pressure in tight spaces. "25 seconds approximately of work, and then they finish again in a wide zone and do the same thing again, and this repeats itself for a couple of sets. So it's interesting that there's just a little bit of variability with session design when it comes to defending that you don't normally see. Again, sometimes when we design pressing exercises, it's all pressing, or defending a low block, it's all defending low block. But the variability here lends itself to the game, because with Simeone's teams, they can defend in a number of different ways, so it does make you think about that there. This article is on modernsoccercoach.com if you want to look at the detail of the session design. There's other articles with other sessions there as well. If you enjoy the work, if you want to read more, there's also books on there, webinars there, modernsoccercoach.com/shop. Lots of exercises, lots of ideas. Thank you.